Hello everyone, once again, I have a couple clips I've spliced together that I was going to talk about. Um, Nothing too exciting, they're the boring percussive things, but they're worth talking about. This is from an area that's fairly new to us this year. We call it Three Creeks. It's a good 3 miles north of the original Nest Area Ravine, and it's produced some good sounds. I've talked about it before, but it's it's exciting to me just because I'm able to put some pins on the maps or on the map um, about where the target subjects are traveling when they're not in the nest area ravine. But this first clip, it's pretty ambiguous and actually got marked ambiguous in the spreadsheet. But I'll play it and then I'll talk about it a little bit. Oops, I did it again. Hold on. Gotta start from the beginning, not in the middle. So this is going to be movement. Movement's all pretty much always marked ambiguous. There's got to be a vocalization or some really intentional percussives going off when the movement occurs for me to mark it anything else. I do have a lot of movement that I have marked down as black bear because that's really telling when they're moving through the area because it's all huckleberries. This is um, August 13th, and it's about 10:46 p.m. The berries are ripe, and I have had a lot of bear activity in this particular spot. This movement's unusual. It's not typical bear movement. It's definitely not ungulate movement, but I'll go ahead and play it. So I'm going to stop it there. What's the big deal? The big deal for me is what there isn't going on. There's not a lot of sniffing going on. The bears, I can hear them smack their lips. When the berries aren't in season and a bear comes by the recorder, they're usually sniffing and snorting. Not really snorting, but they're making a lot of noise, um, and they're not moving quietly. They can move quietly. I know bears can be very quiet, but when there's no humans around, they're just kind of walking through, not paying attention to anything. That clip that I just played for is very slow moving, and then it stops. Um, I cut the clip short just because I didn't want this to go too long, but it stops and it doesn't move for almost 3 minutes, actually longer. I don't pick up any movement whatsoever, but I know whatever it is still there. The part that makes it really suspicious is this clip right here, which occurs 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes after this thing freezes. It doesn't move at all, and then this occurs. I thought that was pretty cool because the owl went off. But that's the type of stuff that makes you go, huh, what's going on tonight? I don't think the movement was a bear. I absolutely believe this tree was broken because there's dead trees all over the woods, especially out here. I don't, I don't believe this tree was broken by the wind and just fell on its own. It was broken by something and came crashing down 3 minutes after I have very stealthy, quiet moving going by the recorder. Now, one other thing that should be noted, the recorder has been in this particular spot for about 5 months at this point. I've had power strikes go off by this recorder. The target subjects are very much aware that recorder is there. And that's why that stealth movement catches my attention, because I believe when they know that unit's there, when they know a piece of technology or man made thing is there that doesn't belong there, I believe they go into stealth mode. And I also believe that they acknowledge it sometimes with power strikes. Now, was this tree breaking and crashing to the ground some kind of acknowledgement? I don't know. The fact is, it's all getting put down as ambiguous, but it's still suspicious. If I'd gotten some kind of vocal or a real power strike, then yeah, I would probably put it all down to unknown. But there's nothing that's really screaming, this is all intentionally done by our target subjects. But it's extremely suspicious, and it's worth noting. I'm going to play the tree break and crash again, just because it's a cool clip. Okay, moving along, the next and final clip. This will be marked as unknown. And for those of you that don't know, my spreadsheets, I never the the spreadsheets I never mark anything down as being Sasquatch. Everything is either unknown or ambiguous. Both me and Wes are doing this statistical analysis, but we're not claiming it's Bigfoot or Sasquatch. We're saying, hey, we've got some unknown stuff happening here that doesn't match up with any of the known animals. And things that I really believe are probably Sasquatch, I put down as unknown. I can't say exactly what's doing it, but it's intentional stuff. It's stuff that can be explained if it is a Sasquatch. Uh, but, you can't say what exactly it is. Ambiguous is when it can be possibly a number of things, but also including our target subjects. So, with that explained, I'll explain this clip. Right here, it's going to be hard to see, but there is a distant percussive. About 7 seconds later, we have a close percussive. And this is the same area. This is about 10 days later. It's once again, there was no movement. Whatever does this percussive is down in the creek area. Nothing had moved by the recorder, so they came in from a different direction. This is highly suspect because this is a response to this one. And this one is hitting harder on my left mic, and my left mic is pointed to the north downstream. So that tells me there's an individual down here, and this individual is further south and responding. Go ahead and play it. It's going to be hard to hear. This percussive, I'm fairly certain, is a rock on rock percussive. I'll come over here, and what I've done is just amplified the distant percussive, filtered it a little bit. So hopefully you can hear it better and see it better. Hopefully that's audible to everybody, and hopefully everybody can see this percussive here. That right there will get marked as unknown. Can't say for sure that it's Sasquatch, but it's highly suspicious. It's happening at 3:52 a.m. and it's an example of response knocking. I have always believed and maintained that they use percussives for communication more often than not, and especially in the nest area, that seems to hold true. I get a lot of distant knocks that are responded to in this such way. So that's all I got. Hope you get something from this. Uh, Once again, I'm working on spreadsheets and revisiting a lot of audio. So we'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and play this and then we'll be out.